Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 12 of Natty and Not. We are your hosts,
I am Alexis and I am Natty.
and I am Mike, and I'm not.
So I wanted to start this week by asking you, do you ever get like territorial at the gym?
Yes. And I also try to respect people's territory too, to a certain extent, especially by the dumbbell rack. But go ahead. What are you thinking?
Well, now I'm curious what you were thinking because I think we're thinking two different things.
Oh, okay. I'm
But
thinking.
this is, go ahead.
So I'm thinking specifically like if I'm doing hammer curls or lateral raises, which are like inherently in front of the dumbbell rack.
Sure.
And
you don't go all the way up on front of the dumbbell, like on top of the rack, do you?
No. And I make shit faces at people that do.
Okay.
Like, you've backed the fuck up. Who the fuck are you to block fucking 8 sets of weights?
Yeah.
Because you're doing Flappy Birds with 20s in front of the fucking 55s through 70s, you motherfucker. So that shit pisses me off.
That makes me really mad too.
But I try to respect if like people are doing like something on the cables behind me. I try to make sure that I'm like shifted over so they can look at themselves. And then I have clear line of sight on me, and like I can see my form, and I try to give that same respect to people who are either beside me, next to me, whatever. That's where I become like I become territorial, and I get pissed if somebody gets in front of me. I'm like, you motherfucker! Now you're in my line of sight.
Now you're in my way. Get out of here.
It's not a big deal, but it's like, why'd you do that?
It's just a respect thing.
Try to share the space, and because everybody's like they're looking at themselves, making sure their form's correct, and
Well, let's rewind. I don't think everyone's trying to make sure that their form is correct. Like, let's be real.
I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to like make sure I'm not swinging weights. Like I use it as a good form check.
I mean, if we look at most people in the gym, most regular people in the gym, form is certainly not their major concern.
That's fair.
In any way, shape, or form.
That's a good assessment of the vast majority.
They're doing a heck of a lot of swinging and all that other kind of stuff. So I was thinking something different, but I think I get really mad when those people stand right up on the dumbbell rack, like the whole rack. Like, take 3 steps back, man. What are you doing?
You're not the only person here. You're not the only
person here. And it's usually always like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you said, someone flapping their wings.
Yeah.
Just
doing Flappy Birds.
Hoisting up their weight. They don't give a shit about their form. They don't know what that means. What is form? What? I'm going to rocket ship this dumbbell all the way up with my hips. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Very much. I operate very much like a trebuchet. I like to swing, use momentum to fucking throw this goddamn weight wherever I need it.
You see this bicep curl? Watch me make it a shoulder exercise. Hold on. Hoicha. Anyway, that's not what I was talking about, though. I don't remember which day it was. It was one of my leg days for sure. But so this is what I do. I know what exercises I'm doing. I know the order that I'm doing them in. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going there next, right? I have my eye on the machine. No one's on it. I'm literally going to be there. It's the next thing I'm going to do. And then someone comes and walks their way over to the machine that I'm not on yet, but mentally I'm there. So go away. Do you ever do that?
Kind of. I've had awkward interactions where like I was walking up to the same machine somebody else was. And because I would
bump them out of the way because you're so big and jacked and you're just like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It's size wins. So if I'm bigger than them, they get it. If they're bigger than me, I'm like,
they get it.
I bend the knee or they bend the knee.
That's so funny. No, I was doing like Nordic, I don't know, but I think it was like Nordic curls and I was like eyeing it up. He was like done-ish by the time I got over there, but that annoyed me.
Yeah.
How dare you use an open machine that I'm going to use next? Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I also really don't like when people use machines wrong and use machines. Like they're using up the machines and they're doing things wrong. For example, our Golds has 2 leg presses. They've got like your standard sled leg press. And then they have a broken big open space because they're gluten ham, which is more of like a it's like a gluten ham press, but it's more of like a lever instead of like a sled, right? Am I saying that right?
Yep.
I really like the gluten ham machine. It feels better on my knees. It has like a much wider platform. That's been broken for like 2 fucking months. And I hate them for it. It's making me really angry.
Mm-hmm.
And then this week, the fucking pendulum broke, and fuck those guys. I'm super mad at Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody was on the one and only leg press that's left, and he was doing calf raises.
There's 2 dedicated calf machines.
There's like so many ways that you can do a calf raise.
Yeah.
Like 2 machines away, there's like the seated calf raise.
Yep. And then they have the standing one up front.
You can go into one of the 7 barbell racks, put something on, and just go ahead, raise. You don't even need a machine for that. But this dipshit, and it was on Friday when all of the kids were out. It was like one of the kids that come, like, when school's out at the gym and it's like all of the broccoli head kiddos come in at like 11 o'clock.
Yep.
He had like 4 plates on, and I think he just felt like such a badass lifting his little toesies.
Yeah, he's like,
I was like,
look at my tootsies flexing these goddamn plates up, bro.
It was so bad. So, but like, I'm so non-confrontational most of the time. I don't like talking to people, and I don't want to talk to a child either at the gym. 90% of the time, right? I don't talk to anybody. So instead, I just threw my shit down pretty close to it next to him and just started like getting my knee straps on, like getting ready to get in to indicate like, get the fuck out of here with your goddamn calf raises on the one and only leg press in this gym.
Yeah. I usually just I'll do the, hey, how many sets you got left? Like, I just try to gauge sometimes. Because if it's like 1, 2 sets, I'll hang out. If it's 3, 4, I'll swap things around.
You'll do something else.
Yeah.
I hear that. And I will say most of the time, that's what I'll do. Mm-hmm. Most of the time I'm in like a regular headspace and nobody's bothering me and I'm perfectly fine. And I'm happy to like move things around. The only thing I would have had left after that was the lunges, and like, they're my burnout. I'm like, I'm not going to go do lunges and then come over here and do my leg press. But also like, you're a fucking asshole because you're using this machine wrong. So instead of acting like a civil person and saying, hey, how many sets do you have left? I was just aggressively getting ready to use the machine and hoping he would take a fucking hint. And he did. Because then he was just like, oh, how many sets? I have 1 left.
Me scoos.
Get the fuck out of here, you dumb piece of shit. Yeah. Go use something else for this.
Yeah, go use the machine that's actually designed for this. I get it.
I get really mad. It wouldn't have bothered me if that wasn't the only machine.
Sure.
Like that bugged me.
So. Yep. Yeah, Gold has really been slacking lately. And they've got 3 leg machines down. And
it's like my whole Monday is fucked.
I talked to the manager. They were like, I don't know. Their survey, I tore them to pieces. I was like, this is not good. These machines have been down for months. No communication. I had to go ask the manager when, like, just come on. Like, at least if they posted up a sign that said, hey, these machines are down.
Well, because you don't even know if you're there, because the one machine they totally got out of there. You don't even know they're going to replace it. People are setting up like yoga mats in that spot. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
What are you going to do? All we can do is complain and hopefully they do something.
I don't want to be we're whiners, I guess.
Yeah.
But not like whiners, but it's like, dude, fix your shit.
No, I mean, they've got the place is busy enough. They make enough money. They should figure out what the preventative maintenance is on all the machines. And like, I see, like, I'm the engineering type and I want to engineer this problem. I'm like, there's preventative maintenance. And
no, they have to order the machines from Germany and it's going to take years to get here.
Yeah, but I mean, and that because there's other golds here in the States, it would be super smart for the company to have some type of inventory here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Your frame froze.
Your frame froze too.
Okay. All right. 10,
But
yeah, write down
yeah,
that
but
10.
it's like, yeah.
So, they should have like an inventory here in the States of like
Mm-hmm.
one or two of each piece of equipment that they have at all their freaking gyms. And it's like, it shouldn't be that hard. So,
I know.
because things break, and having a 3-month, 4-month lead time from Germany is like fucking bullshit. Like, get your shit together. Like, this
Get
is,
your shit together.
if you want like gold's the mecca of bodybuilding, like, all right, fucking act like it.
All right.
Like, you want to be
And
in
rant.
yeah.
Anyway, and rant about golds. But yes, I agree. So I was just curious if you got territorial like that or aggravated with people at the gym.
I do. The only other thing that
Yeah.
like irks me a little bit, but I like get it, is like when
Mm-hmm.
people do circuits in between,
Oh,
and they'll leave like their phone on one machine, and then they go and they do something else, and then they come back, and then they go out.
if it's not
And
if
I'm
it's
just
not
like,
if
it,
it's not a busy gym, do that all you want. But like
yeah,
you can't do that kind of shit at peak time, or you got to like let people at least work in.
yeah. I hate that. That bugs me. I don't know why. And like there's one guy that does it all the time, and we haven't even crossed paths. But every time I see him do it, I just shake my head at him. It's like, no, this is
No.
this
Mm-mm.
is. I don't like it.
Mm-mm. You don't like it. No.
But that's it. I just keep it to myself. I haven't had to haven't had to dosey do with that guy yet. So
So how's your dieting been going in? Because last
good.
week we talked all about 3-part cheat meals.
Yeah, me being sloppy. Good. I lost 3 pounds this week, and
That's crazy.
which is huge. But I think a large part of that, what I discovered this week, and I was telling you a little bit earlier,
Mm-hmm.
I was still in the prep mode of like putting salt on everything.
Oh, salt on everything is so good.
And I just bouncing back and having like fluid and food and all my, regulating everything back up to normal.
Yeah.
I was still eating a ton of salt, and you called me out a couple
Salt is
times. You're
so
like, your
good.
face is puffy. Your face is puffy.
Well, I
And then,
didn't, and I didn't
and
know
then
how
I
to tell
noticed,
you in like a nice way, but I was like, I
yeah,
was starting to get concerned because your
yeah,
face was like really puffy.
yeah. And I thought
And
it
I
was
was
the
like, something
carbs.
doesn't look right.
Right. And I thought it was the carbs, and it was not. I was just eating way too much salt.
Yeah.
I was putting like salt on like rice, like on the top layer of rice, and then eating the top layer, and then putting more salt on, and then so just
And it's so
way
good.
overdoing it. And I was just retaining water, and like I noticed my ankles were starting to get puffy, and I was like, what the hell is
I
going
know
on?
you ordered
Compression
special
socks.
socks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wore them for a couple of days, just to kind of help move the water around. And
Good work.
yeah, it worked great. So I literally stopped putting salt on everything, which is a bummer. But
Super bummer.
yeah, I wore the socks for like 2 days, and like ankles are fine, back to normal, like faces thinned out. And so it's
Yeah.
just like I just had to regulate my salt. And it was just I was still stuck in prep mode so much that like in
Yeah.
not in the dieting aspect, but just in the seasoning
And the
aspect.
salt. Yeah. But
And
salt's so good. So I remember that. So here's what's really funny is I remember my very first peak week a couple of years ago, coach put salt on everything, like, okay. I didn't so much have like the prescribed 2 grams of salt. She just said salt everything that you eat, put salt on it. Okay. And then like as we got like later in the week, there was like a little bit more direction. But that was so delicious. I have never gone back. I still eat so much fucking salt. But
amazing.
I'm curious though, what's your water intake though? Because you're not
Well,
offsetting it with the water. I don't think I've ever had that puffy problem with all of the salts.
I've so I did too. So yeah, that's the second thing I did was I started drinking, like I was drinking about a gallon, and now I'm drinking like almost 2 gallons a day. Like I'm drinking like a
Okay.
gallon and a half to 1 3/4 of a gallon.
Wait,
So
what? How much are you drinking?
a gallon and a half to almost
Like
2.
between like 1.5 to 2
Yeah, be between 1.5
a
to 2.
day.
One,
Do
yeah.
you track it or are you just like rough
I'm just
estimating?
I'm counting the number of like blender bottles that I smash a day.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
So I'm drinking about 9, which is about a little over a gallon and a half.
Yeah. Okay. So it's really interesting. But you weren't when you got out of transitioning into post show. What
I
your
wasn't
water
really.
intake went to like regular, like your
Yeah,
whatever your normal was,
I
right?
was just drinking like about a gallon. Yeah, it was like maybe a little bit less, but just shy of a gallon, I think.
So it just wasn't enough to offset all that salt.
I think so. Yeah, I just wasn't
Yeah.
peeing enough of it out, and it was just retaining it.
Yeah. I drink a ton of water. I think on average, every day without even trying, I'm like a gallon and a half to 2 gallons. So I have like a 40-ounce bottle.
Mhm.
Between that and the blender bottles, I'm like almost 2 gallons every day. It's probably
Right.
because all the fucking salt. I'm just
Probably
thirsty.
because you're smashing salt. Yeah,
It's
because you're
obsession, so much
and you're
salt.
like, and I know every time you talk to me, you're like, you know, what'd be good with that? A,
Salt.
a giant slab of salt.
So much salt. So much salt. I want you to put salt in your creamy.
I don't,
Like
and I
that.
don't want that.
But that's good.
There's sodium
It's
already
fucking
in
good.
like the protein powder and everything else. There's sodium. Like you don't need more
It's not
salt.
that much sodium in it.
There's enough that I
It's
was conscious about it. I was
the
very.
salt helps keep it colder, and then it just like so I like kosher salt. And there's a difference with salts because you were doing like the pink Himalayan salt.
Mhm.
I fucking love kosher salt because kosher salt's not salty
Mm.
as much as like table salt is. Kosher salt helps make flavors of food more vibrant. I don't know, it's like a cooking thing. It's like you use different types of salt for different things. So that's what I put on. That's what like I cook with. That's what like I put in like a lot of stuff. It's just so good. I just love salt. It's just delicious.
I got you.
I don't know. What else have you so you got your sodium back down.
Yeah.
So
So
and you dropped a ton of that like water
Yeah.
retention. You dropped weight even though has your diet totally been reined in though?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've been within
Are you
so
sure?
yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you. I see you manjin, so I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
It's all
Okay.
accounted for.
Okay.
Yep. No, because so basically last week, my check-in from last week said, "Hey, you know, I'm eating like roughly 3,300 calories. Like, what should I do?" And he's like,
Mhm.
"Just don't, keep counting it. Try not to go over."
Sure.
And I ended up losing 3 pounds. So, um, and I think a
Your
big part
body's
of it,
hungry.
yeah, I think a big part of that is just the water weight was considerable amount.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was all of it, but it was a good amount of it.
No, it was a good chunk of it for
Um,
sure.
and then I'm still doing the cardio 7 days a week. I didn't do it today, so 6
No,
days
you
is
need, but your body needs a break. Like you can't be on it
yeah.
all the time,
I was
right?
tired
Like
this
you
morning. Yeah.
cannot do cardio one day and just like chill. And today was
Yep.
such a good day to just to like
Yeah.
chill, which was nice.
Kind of.
I'm curious, did you transition back to regular deodorant instead of like the natural stuff?
No, I'm still using the non-aluminum one, so the natural one or whatever
The
they want to call it.
natural. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's just yeah, deodorant, no antiperspirant.
No
So
antiperspirant.
yeah, so
It doesn't have the aluminum.
basically, yeah,
Right.
it just de-stinks you. It is not.
And you're fine. Like you don't find that you stink.
No, I think I've been pretty good. I mean, you haven't said
I don't
anything.
no, I don't think you stink.
That's
I think
good.
you smell like you.
Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's been working pretty well. I'm gonna stay with it.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to deal with clogged pores and stuff. And every once in a while, you get like a rare clogged pore in your armpit, and that sucks.
From all of the aluminum, like the buildup.
Oh, yeah.
I struggled last year. I don't even remember. Yeah, no, it was coming out of prep last year, transitioning back because I can't go with just the natural deodorant. I've tried like a couple different ones, and with all of them, like halfway through my workout, I'm like, nobody come near me. Like I can smell myself. And I don't think I was ever like gross, but like I could smell it and it was bothering me. Like I was just very self-conscious of it, right?
Yeah.
Not like I was like, ew, I'm gross. I'm just like, I'm aware that I'm a little smelly. And I found that with the natural stuff, I had to keep putting it on so many times throughout the day. And I tried to transition back to like a regular antiperspirant. And I think I've like developed like an allergy to it or something because it makes my armpits itch like a motherfucker. I can't wear regular deodorant. So I've tried a couple different ones. They all make me itch. I'm using like Dove sensitive skin. I don't know, something. It's supposed to be like the gentlest of all of them. And I don't stink, but my armpits still itch a little bit. And then I feel like I can never get it off. So I need recommendations. So anyone listening to this, if you have recommendations for a natural deodorant that actually holds up, I need to know what that is because I can't stand the aluminum deodorants anymore.
Have you tried wearing mine?
They're like Fuji one or whatever.
Well, just wear mine for a day, just to see if it's maybe.
I feel like maybe I have, but I don't know.
Okay.
But yours smells like man.
Yeah, but maybe
I don't like the scented deodorants. I can't do scented, or it's like a powder fresh. I can't do like the super scented because it's like that just gives me a headache. I can't do it. Or I'll just smell that all day, and that's like almost as bad as like because I smell something, you know?
Yep.
I don't want to smell anything.
All right.
Just nothingness. Just nothingness.
Just smelling nothing. All right, cool.
I just want to smell like nothing. I want to smell gross. Just want to smell like nothing. But you've been doing a good job reining it in. So
yeah. So
I want to know so you got we haven't even talked about this yet. You got your check-in from Coach today.
Today, yep.
And then you told me a story that I wasn't there to hear. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I thought,
so like what?
That's okay. Yeah. So got my check-in. No changes to PEDs, but the diet.
What'd you get?
We got an increase of basically 200 calories, which is a pretty big jump. So,
well, you're going as if you got like a shit ton more food.
Well, it's like we went from like 3,300 to 35. So
hold on, you're 33. Wasn't the 3,300 with your like? Weren't you at 3,000? And then he said, don't go above 3,300 if you're going to like overeat.
But I've been eating at 3,300 every day. I've been maxing out my calories. Yeah.
So you were at 3,000 and told, don't go above 3,300. You're like, that's the number then.
And then
3,300 is the number.
And then I lost 3 pounds.
And then you lost 3 pounds.
And then he's like, let's give him some more food. And I'm like, yeah.
So what are your... Not the don't go over this. What are your actual numbers?
So now it is 3,500 total calories. And
it is 3,500. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, not a huge jump from where I'm at right now, but that breaks down to 470 carbs, 300 grams of protein, and I'm still at 50 grams of fat. It is
such low fat.
So low fat. It's insane. That is the bummer of the whole thing, which makes me end up eating more rice for like carbs, which is just because it's the easiest thing.
The potatoes are yummy.
Yeah, there's some potatoes. I want to add some raisins in because I want to
raisins.
Why
you went into the pantry today and you were like, oh shit, we got raisins.
I said, yeah, oh shit, raisins, nice.
We got raisins. This is great.
Because I wanted, because I was thinking about it.
Raisins has been in the pantry for like.
I know. I threw it out. It was I opened it. The raisins were growing like meth crystals on them. So I had to. So I was like, I don't think those are good.
Sugar on them.
Yeah, I don't think those are good.
No, it's probably not. It's probably a good thing. No one looks at them. No one ever goes, oh fuck, we got raisins. Let's go.
That was the first time ever our pantry's been open, and that was said.
You're absolutely right.
But I was just like, well, if I get an increase, I could add some more fiber with like dates or raisins and still get some more carbs. because there's still a good amount of carbs from just like the sugar and the fruit.
Yeah.
So I was excited about that, and then I saw that they were all funky. So I'm gonna probably stop at some point this week and go get raisins or dates or something.
Do we have? I feel like we have dates, or we might have like figs or some shit, something like that.
I think they'll be in the same category as the raisins, where it expired 2 years ago and we forgot about it in the pantry. It's moved with us across the country years ago.
I used to make you like those carb bars. I used to make them with
dates.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like one date, I feel like is like 25 carbs.
Yeah, it's like 40 grams of raisins is like 36 carbs. It's crazy. It's a lot of sugar.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
well, I mean, grapes are delicious, but grapes are very high carbohydrate fruit. Like, yes. I'm not wasting my time on grapes. Like, give me a giant bowl of strawberries any day.
I'm battling with that right now. Is just like, do I really want to waste that on raisins?
But are you still? No, that's a
no. I don't. Yeah, like that's like what I want to. Like, I'll start swapping that out. I think as a strategy to mitigate like a ton of food.
Well, when you were at like 4,700 calories and you couldn't even get food in, that's when you were going to like dried mango and maple, like full on like real maple syrup, or like mango strawberry syrups from like the baking aisle. Like you were adding all that stuff in just to get those carbs in.
I was having a bowl of Fruity Pebbles just because it's mostly rice and sugar.
Yeah. But like, are you at a point? I feel like you're not at a point now where your hunger's under control that you can just add in like bullshit.
Like no. I looked at the 200 calorie bump and I was excited, but I was like, that's not going to be enough.
That's not enough. Not enough.
But I'm curious to see like just, how overall performance goes just with the bump in calories.
Yeah.
I think what I will do is I will add a little bit of carbs back into my intro workout, which I haven't done yet. So I might
have you like totally cut that?
Yeah. I've just mitigated all those calories to food.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to probably do like maybe like 20 grams ish of carbs in that to my intro workout, just as a little bump for workout, and just see how that goes. But okay, we'll see. But
yeah. What else? The PDs are still the same. Like nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. Yep. So still running test, mass, and primo, and then.
Do you think anything's going to change before you? Because your rebound stage, or what did you call it?
Rebound.
What is this? Your rebound stage. This is supposed to be 8 weeks.
Correct.
And you're
week 2 or 3?
No, are you 4 weeks post show?
I think this is 3 weeks post show. This is start of week 4, I think.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No, hold on. When was your show?
It was October 12th.
12th. So 1, 2. Oh shit! This is week 3. Feels like it was so long ago. Does it feel like it was really long to you? It feels like it was a really long time.
It does, especially considering that I was even we were talking about doing a second show 2 weeks after. So that would have been that would have been last week.
That would have been last week, yeah.
Yeah. It would have been driving to San Antonio. God, that would have sucked.
I have to drive to San Antonio in December.
That's going to suck.
That is going to suck by myself.
I
didn't want to fly.
You should totally fly. I think it's so dumb.
It's going to take me the same amount of time, so I'd rather be in control and have my car.
I think the only benefit is like you'll bring in your food and like you can control all your food easier.
Well, that's part of the like, not that like we haven't ever flown with like 2 suitcases full of food before. Like that's the norm. Packing all of that, getting it into like all of the right stuff for an airplane, and then like the carry-on. Oh my God. Do you remember last year when we flew to Chicago for one of my shows and they tested my thing of salt?
Oh yeah. They're like, yep, that's grade A kosher cocaine. Just kidding.
They were like, why do you have all of this food? Like, why do you have a giant container of salt? I'm like, motherfucker, because I need it. Just go away. It's fine. Test it. It took forever. Oh my gosh. And then I didn't realize you couldn't bring dumbbells onto a plane. And then they made me go check it. And then I had to go way back
That was funny. Yeah, you had to go back. Me and the kids are
They're
sitting.
like, you can't bring that. And they're
Mommy's
like,
gonna make
it
it. Don't
could be a
worry.
weapon. I'm like, I didn't even realize. I'm like such prep brain. It didn't even occur to me that could be a weapon of any kind.
Yeah, no, I mean, totally. Bludgeon somebody with a 5-pound weight.
Well, sure, yeah. No, they're 10-pounders.
10-pound uppercut.
Motherfucker. No, wouldn't do that. But yeah, okay. So you're only 3 weeks out. So then this is 8 weeks, and he was saying push food, push food, push food, and then you're gonna go into just TRT, right?
Yeah. Yep.
In this 8 weeks, do you think are your PEDs going to change, or are you just going to stay on what you're doing? Like, is he going to increase anything?
No, okay. I think we're already at the max of what we're doing, and then we'll taper it down because you got to come down slowly. You can't just fall off, and then we'll get to healthy, TRT, just maintenance levels, and then sit there for probably 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, get your blood work and all that other stuff.
Get my body to a chance to recoup, get lab work done, and then we'll go into another push phase, and we'll push food and PEDs again.
Push all your shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Get big.
Yeah. But
yeah.
How was your check-in?
So last week, we officially 1 week into my SIBO protocol. Which is all of the supplements, all of them, every single one, multiple times a day.
Yep. Every supplement on Amazon.
Everything on Amazon. No, it's not really that bad. It's it's a couple different things. There's one thing I take 3 times a day, and that's focused on the GI lining. It's like biofilm or something. And then I take one that is a liver support, and I've taken that one before, and that made a huge difference in hormone balance. It's like Gut Defender Plus, but it's when you read it, it talks about it's helps with liver function, because my liver numbers are always slightly off ever since my gallbladder was removed, which is bullshit. And I was having hormonal issues at one point, and that totally helped it. So it's a lot of stuff goes through, a lot of hormone health and all that other kind of stuff goes through your digestive. You just don't know. And fucking nobody knows no doctors know shit about women's health. Fuck that. So I take those 2. I take some weird ones. I take oil of oregano, which smells exactly like what you think it smells like, which is crazy. I'm taking additional bile, which, full disclosure, it's not a vegan supplement. It's ox bile. It took me a long time to be comfortable taking that, but literally trying every other gallbladder supplement that I could, my body doesn't regulate it. So I take that. So if you want to not call me a vegan, that's fucking fine. So it's additional bile that I'm taking. God, what are the other things? There's one other thing. What's the yellow one?
The yellow one?
The yellow one. You had it. Berberine? Berberine. I think there might be one other one. And then I'm taking 40 grams of L-glutamine throughout the day. And I'm such an asshole because I bought L-glutamine capsules thinking, oh, this will just be easy, because I'll make a pre-workout in the morning, and it's easy to put in there. It's easy to put in a smoothie, but then throughout the day, I just want to drink water. So I don't like the other powdery stuff. And then I didn't realize it. The capsules were 1 gram. I'm I have to take 40 fucking grams a day. So I was all right, I'm going to just do a wish it in a little bit of water and just down it. So I started all of that on Sunday, and there's different things timed with different meals. There's one thing I have to take 20 minutes prior to eating 3 times a day, and everything else I just take with the meals. So I ended last week with an extremely distended and very tender belly. wearing my waist trainer at the gym was like painful and uncomfortable. If I were to like lay down on my back and just like massage my stomach or just like touch my stomach, that was like painful to the touch. And not really my stomach, but like everything underneath my stomach. So like all of my intestines and stuff.
Yeah.
So just extremely inflamed, swollen, things were not in a good spot. So I kept a tracker, and coach was so excited that I did this. She's like, "You're keeping track. This is great. Let's keep doing this." So Sunday through Tuesday, I was like less gassy, less gurgly. So prior to that, I was like at a certain time every day, the gurgling in my intestines as I was digesting was like so audible, right? Like you could hear it. You sitting next to me, you're like, what the fuck? So less gas, less gurgles. I will leave off. I've also marked down like what things coming out look like. I'll leave that after this. I'll keep that for coach. Wednesday was not a good day. I had a very, very upset stomach. While I was at the gym, I was like, I felt like I was going to throw up in between all of my sets. Like it was not a good deal. And then Thursday came, and all of a sudden I woke up feeling a little less tender in my belly, a little less swollen. So all of a sudden I started to like feel better, which was fantastic. And of course, welcome, because I haven't felt like myself for weeks. I've been feeling terrible. Friday, less tender still. And all throughout the week, there's notable differences in like bathroom habits and everything else. Friday was less tender still. Yeah, different things that I'm noting down. Saturday. So today's Sunday. Saturday, a little up and down, swelling still coming down. Some other things I won't talk about. And then starting today, still feeling better. So like each day since like Thursday, I'm noticing the swelling is coming down a little bit. Today I feel like I had like a pretty flat stomach early in the day, which felt nice. Like I felt much more myself, much more comfortable. Like my stomach didn't hurt. I still feel a little bit heavy inside. So I don't think all of that swelling is gone. It's not going to be, this is an 8-week protocol. It's not going to be all fixed in 1 week, but so much better. I feel so much better. For the first time, it was Thursday, so it's Halloween. For the first time in a couple of weeks, I was like hungry, because over like the last, prior to starting this, like the last like 2 weeks before this, I was like skipping meals.
Yeah, I remember.
My stomach was so upset that like I couldn't get all my food in. I didn't want to eat anymore. Like it was just like I didn't feel good with my stomach. So like I don't think I felt like hunger, like, oh my God, I have to eat, for a while. But all of a sudden Thursday, the hunger hit me like out of fucking nowhere. And it was like, oh damn. So by the time I was eating like my 4th meal, I started pulling from my 5th meal, which it ended up working out fine on Halloween anyway, because we were out with the kids. But like, I was so freaking hungry. I ate like 2 meals at one time, and it was like hard to stop.
Yep.
So things are going good.
That's good. That's great.
We're headed in the right direction.
Yep. Got your appetite back. Feeling good.
Mm-hmm. It's like, so it's up and down. It's going to keep going up and down. We're going to keep seeing spikes of good. Hopefully just want to reset it. But I'm learning some stuff. I don't know if we talked about this last week, but like SIBO can be caused by eating a lot of the same things. Right out of just all of the gut challenges I have, I tend to do the same things over and over again. So I asked coach at one point during the week, like, hey, initially my thought was, okay, when this is all done, I'll focus on trying to diversify my foods a little bit more. And it's not like I don't know. I just eat the same things every day because you just creature of habit, right?
Yeah, makes meal
And
prep easy.
I know what those macros are. Like, I don't have to think about it. I like those foods. It's fine. But I asked her midweek, I was like, can I try to add in new foods? As long as they're on that like FODMAP list. And she said, yeah, try like one a week and like, just like see how you feel. So I added in potatoes this week. Potatoes are so good. Those red potatoes are so good.
They are.
And then, I made meal prepped like a ground, like TVP, but like a ground meat kind of like looking thing. But it's all soy, which I can have. So it's all the like TVP. I added some Nuchin to it, different seasonings and stuff. It's pretty good. So I'm going to add that in this week and see how I do. So I'm trying. I'm just so sick of having belly issues. I really don't want to be like one of those people that has this forever and ever and ever.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Sounds like there's improvements, and then and then you got what, 6 more weeks of this?
7. This is an 8-week thing. Yeah.
8 weeks. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's an 8-week thing. Weight wise, I was relatively the same. I was like half a pound less, but it's like then give or take. So it's like I'm definitely still swollen and carrying some water. So like that weight's not changing very much, but you can see it like visually, like I'm still getting in some cuts because I'm still in like this deficit, and then I've skipped some meals, right?
Right.
I'm in like the slightest of deficit. So you can start to see like the backs of my legs. You can see like my adductors. What are the inner ones called? I always fuck it up.
Adductors. Yep.
What are the outside ones called?
Abductors. AB.
Abductors are on the outside. Adductors are in the whatever. My inner ones are really clear in my check-in picture. So, so things are going well.
Good.
Despite all of the challenges. But geez, I've got this. We're first week of November. This is going to take me. So what's today? So this is week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to take me until mid-December. So like December. This protocol will end December 21st. My prep is going to start, I think, like December 8th. I don't remember what she said. I think it's December 8th because 16 she wants to do. No, I think it might be like December 1st. I don't know. This is going to overlap with prep. And this sucks.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how I check in that.
Good. Yeah. So, well, you had a lot of positives there. How about wins of the week?
Just starting to feel like myself again. Felt really good. I did hit a couple. I did hit having an appetite back. So all those things are good, but that's like the boring shit. I hit a really cool PR this week on my glute thrusts. Last week I did 465 for 1 set, and I did 465 at 2 sets. That was my highest weight.
Nice.
2 sets of 12, I think.
A lot of reps.
So that felt really good. Oh. I also, this felt really good as like a woman in the gym. There was some guy on the single pull down high rows. What is that called?
Yep. High pull.
High pulls.
Yep.
And I was eyeing up the machine. I'm like, because that's next, motherfucker, get off, right? And I walked over and I was nice. And I said, like, how many sets do you have left? And he's like, oh, just 1. I was like, okay. So I just like hung out near, but not like annoyingly close. And he was doing 70 pounds on each side. And that's my starting weight. And so he went to like unload the machine. And I was just like, no, you can leave it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And like the slight bit of like, fuck, I'm not lifting heavy enough. This chick's going to outlift me.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker. That feels good.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to. I do. It feels really good. Fuck you. Fuck men, because it feels good to be a strong woman.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. Whenever I lift more than a woman, I try to rub it in their face. I'm like, bah! Kiss my ass. Get the fuck out of here.
No. But you can lift heavier.
Yeah. And
You
I
lift.
let every
Oh my
woman
God.
know it. I look them dead in the eye and I fucking lift and I'm like,
Have you ever seen this thing? It's like a
oh.
meme. It's like a meme or something.
No, but I totally get like when you outlift a
No,
dude,
no.
why
But
that
hold
feels so
on.
good. I totally get it.
But hold on. There's this like meme that I've seen, and it's like there's different verbiage to it, but it's like from the point of view of a woman, and it's like, I'm so glad I've been coming to the gym for 15 years, working so hard, lifting so heavy, so that one day I can lift the same amount as a high school boy who's here for the first time.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
It's because I don't have testosterone. Fuck
No,
you. So if I can outlift a man,
I
I'd
I
rub it
get
in
it.
his face. I wasn't a
I get
dick
it.
about it. I just
Yeah,
said, don't unload the machine.
yeah,
But right here, right now, fuck you. I'm stronger than you, bitch.
yeah,
Feels good.
yeah.
Feels good. And I'm probably not stronger, but it felt good.
You are. You outlifted him.
Mm-hmm.
You outlift
Felt good.
a majority, I'm sure, of like just
No,
dudes.
I cannot. Don't
Fair.
even. Don't even go there. I can't.
I think.
I get a win like that every so often, and it feels really good. And I'm
Yeah.
just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. Cool.
I want to ask you, what were your wins this week? Was it all of the dads fawning all over you on Halloween?
That was cool. Yeah, because I went to a Halloween party as Jack Harry Potter, and that's how people refer to me, which was kind of funny. Um, but no, wins of the week were so you got in my head a little bit. You're like, you should be doing more than 405 on your squats, and I'm like, all right. And so and I've been there for a while.
You've been there. You've been at 405 for a while, and I only
Yeah.
say that to push you.
Yeah, because I've been like stuck at like 10, 11 reps. Like haven't like quite hit 12 reps, but I've been slowly increasing my back offsets and in the hopes of like hitting that 12. And you got in my head, you're like, just up the, just do whatever you can for your top set and just increase it. And I was like, all right. And so I did just 10 more pounds. It wasn't a huge jump, but I did 8 sets of 415, and then or 8 sets, sorry, 8 reps of 415 for my top set.
Yeah.
And then my second leg day this week, I ended up getting 2 more reps. So I got 10 reps of 415. So I've increased my back offsets again by 10 pounds also. So like slowly inching top sets and back offsets up.
Yeah. What are your back offsets? Because those are all like those are your heaviest, and then back down. What's your direction for the back offsets? Like, how much are you supposed to back off?
10 to 20% off of your top set.
So if your top set's 415, what's your back offset?
385.
That's not 10%.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's more, it's
but
less.
You can do it, so you just do it.
I could do it, so I'm just pushing myself. Yeah. And so I got but again, the mindset's like just trying to like slowly inch up on each of those to just keep building and keep pushing.
Well, good job, baby.
Yeah. So no, thank you. Yeah, it was good. You got in my head. I was like, all right, let's go. 10 pounds. What is it? No big deal. But yeah, no.
I've seen a pretty old fucker do like 600 before. He only did like one, and then he had to have a crew of people. He had like a crew of people around him, and he tried to have one guy. He's like, "You need to slap my back hard," and the guy was like, "I'm not comfortable with that at all." And he had like a whole crew just to fucking lift that shit once.
Yeah. I want you to slap me. I want you to kick me. I want you to punch
like
me.
The salts and everything.
You shoot me.
You shoot me. You kick me in the ass. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If even like, depending on like what I'm lifting, like if I'm on like the leg press, and someone tries to take like a weight off of like the rack that's on it, it like wobbles the machine. That fucks with my head so hard, and I hate that. Yeah. I couldn't imagine recruiting people to slap the shit out of me while I was lifting, and that like wouldn't fuck with me.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yep.
So good. You had a good week.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was those are my wins of the week for sure.
That's awesome. And getting more food, of course.
Yeah, and then get more food, losing weight. We're growing, fam. We're doing it.
Growing. Keep dropping all that water weight, man. He'll have no choice but to just fucking keep jacking your food straight up there.
I know. I'm gonna take water pills so I can get more food.
We have dandelion root if you want to take that. It's like a natural way of like
diuretic
dropping water. Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, no,
It's funny.
Yeah, we're good. But
all right, well, we'll see how you do when we do next week. We'll see how you are, how you check in, and if you're feeling hungry still.
Yep. Cool. Sounds good. All right. Well, then I think we'll wrap there. See y'all next week.
Bye.